Hello and welcome to today's episode of Silk and Soil. I am so grateful that you are here, and whether you're a mum or not, I think today is going to be a really important conversation, discussion, thought for you to have. And it all stems from a post that went semi-viral on my Instagram a few weeks ago, where I essentially said that, when I ask you how you are, I don't want to know, I don't want to hear, okay, fine. Like the thing that we, especially as mums, because we're so busy and there's so much in our heads, that we just, we almost brush that off. Like, it's oh, I'm fine, the little one, blah, 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 blah. I'm so guilty of that myself. And it's something that we have to stop doing. Now, I'm very vocal and I'm a big advocate of, I don't want to hear the fine, okay? I want to hear what it is that you're really feeling underneath. And I've noticed in myself and also in my clients that I don't think we let ourselves really feel what is going on. So, not even 2 minutes into this podcast, let's just go really deep, and because this is part of connecting to yourselves. It's just even acknowledging, how am I feeling right this moment? So maybe just taking a moment here, if you can, maybe placing one hand on your heart, one hand onto your belly, closing your eyes, if it's safe to do so. Obviously, if you're driving, don't do these things. And then just take a deep breath into your body. And when I say into your body, just feel what your body needs, because your body is always communicating with yourself. So just notice really what's coming up for you right this moment. And then just know that there is currently nothing for you to do here. Just breathe and just stay connected with your body. This is where it all really starts. And then when you're feeling connected to your body, I invite you to ask yourself, how am I truly feeling right now? And then just notice what comes up. How am I truly feeling? Beyond the I'm fine, I'm okay. Beyond the, oh, my children. No. You as a woman, you as a mother, you as a human being. How are you feeling? And maybe this is the first time today that you really had a moment to yourself to connect, and that's fine. Often when we slow down and just really take time to connect out to ourselves, to our bodies, to our inner landscape, our wombs, it's in that stillness that a lot of things start to bubble up. And if we're not used to it, and if there is a lot of resistance, if there are a lot of feelings, for example, that we don't want to feel for whatever reason, we keep busy. So we stay in momentum just to not feel these feelings. And the thing is that quite often really contributes to us feeling disconnected from ourselves, feeling lost, not knowing who we are anymore, because we don't take these little moments just to feel. because this is really where everything starts. And I do speak from experience. There have been many times, and I'm sure I do it, even now still at times, where I just keep going. I just need to do this, I want to do this, just keep doing this. But then if I actually were to slow down and actually connect and just see how I feel, what I need as well, things would look a lot different. Things would come up that I've been pressing down, feelings, stuff that we've been ignoring. Because those things come up when we slow down, when we stay still. And as I just said, we keep up this momentum just to ignore it a lot of times. And so if I ever ask you, how you're feeling, I do want this long, messy answer, how, you may have been upset that morning, or you've had the best morning of your life, whatever it is. And I think just generally as a society, and I try to do this myself, some days more successful than others, when someone asks me how I am, I'm challenging myself not to say, I'm fine, I'm okay. Because those ones are those are the answers on autopilot. And those are the answers that really override what it really is that's inside. Those hidden feelings, those little niggles, those little, or seemingly little things that we just override, and then we override until we are just so lost. And just one of those things, to really come back and to start, that communication with our body, with our feelings, with our inner self, is to just take a moment, placing your hands on your womb space, maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb space, and just really ask yourself, how am I really feeling? The me that's inside. If I was that little girl, which we all still have inside of us, how does the little girl inside of me feel right now? Because when we then start to connect to these almost different parts of ourselves, this is when it starts to all come together. How is the little girl feeling? How is the mum in me feeling? Oh yeah, overwhelmed. Oh, the little girl, she's feeling neglected. But how is that woman? How's my inner woman, the woman within, feeling? Oh yeah, she is really powerful, but she's just not there at the moment. She's really powerful. She's feeling really empowered and raring to go, but that connection isn't there. So, and this is a lot of when I'm with my clients, and we start the session off you ask how are you, and when I say sort of okay, I'm just are you though? Are you really okay? And then they're just yeah, or no, actually. And this is what I guess I want you to do. When someone asks you, how are you? Forget the words okay and fine. We do not want to hear them ever again in this context. Start to maybe be a bit more, I want to say, creative with the words that you're using. And don't try to replace fine and okay and just have another autopilot word, because that's not the point in all of this. Because we don't want to live on autopilot, not as mothers, not as women, not as human beings. Even now I've just dropped my daughter off nursery, and I know half of the way, because I drove today, I was driving on autopilot. I have no idea, like, half of the way, like, what happened. Even though I've gone a different way because there were road closures. Even though there were road closures, I was still driving on autopilot. And this is where I have to, like, myself, like, almost like, wake up. Like, you know, yes, driving can be like the most mundane, like one of the most mundane tasks, but also you're driving a car. And, you know, you are yourself, I guess, you're driving yourself. You are your body, your inner landscape, your inner wisdom. All of that is your vehicle that you're driving forward. So, you know, when we're sort of thinking about, oh yeah, I'm driving a car and I really shouldn't be driving an autopilot because, you know, of the power and everything. That same power we've got inside of us. And yet, a lot of the times we're just on autopilot. And apparently this discussion is now going, not just from how you're feeling, just like a whole bigger thing about autopilot. Which is fine, because that's what, like, these podcasts and these conversations are about. I just go wherever it takes me. But so often we are just on autopilot, like, get the kids ready, get ourselves ready, especially when it comes to ourselves. I think, like, for me and my clients, we are fairly present with, like, our kids. But when it comes to ourselves, just very much on autopilot, just quickly get the hair done, maybe make up, get dressed. Not really, like, almost caring about ourselves, because we're just so focused on everyone else, essentially. And I guess this is what we've been almost taught by society as well, just focus on the kids. But we have to remember that we are not just mum, we're not just wife, we're not just partner, we're also woman. And this is one of the, when people say, like, being a mum is like my biggest role that I'm playing, I don't disagree with that, but we've been women our whole lives. We've birthed these children in one form or another. And, you know, yes, we are mothers, but we're also women. We are such incredible women. We, you know, the things that our bodies can do, like, men's bodies can't do that. Like literally every single thing rearranges inside of us, all of our organs, to make space to grow our children. So can we just for a moment, like, really appreciate how amazing we are as a woman? And then can we just for a moment just really notice how we're feeling? Because, as I said at the beginning, this is really where it starts. If we're not honest to ourselves with how we're feeling, we can't be honest with anyone else. And I know it's hard. I do absolutely know that. So this is just, I could actually go into so many different directions at the moment, but I will leave that for a different episode. For the moment, I just really want you just to maybe set your timer, or do something. I would like you to tune in, every day, just for 30 seconds, and just really tune in to see how you're feeling right now. And then maybe see if there's anything you can do just to connect to yourself, to nourish yourself, to, make yourself feel better. Or if you're feeling great, celebrate that. We don't celebrate, as women, we do not celebrate enough. It's always about those big milestones, and even then we don't really celebrate. So celebrate yourself today, just because. You don't need a reason. Just because you're here, you know, you've got your family, you've got all of the things that you've got, and you've got yourself, and you're on this beautiful path of like really reconnecting to that like inner being, the inner woman, and just to really live life fully as yourself. I believe this podcast is complete with that. There is nothing else at this moment in time that wants to come through. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope you loved the episode. I would love to hear from you. May that be via email jen@jenanthony.co.uk or via Instagram at itsjenanthony. And just if there are ever anything that you would like me to cover, just contact me. All of the details are in the show notes as well. And I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.